Oh, hey guys, we have a lot to share in a very short period of time, so buckle up. Um, oh boy. So we've got, well, I guess I'll just give you the update on Broken System, Broken Trust first. He has been all over his Facebook talking about absolute nonsense. I asked him a simple question. Hey, bro, why are you running from your warrant? And his response was, oh, they have bigger things to worry about, and pointed to a sheriff deputy shortage throughout the country. Like that was supposed to somehow nullify his warrant. He is also seems to be on the press harder. I'm going to live Starbucks gift card to Starbucks gift card, which again is hilarious. These people complain so hard about everything, but then they have to be 50, 60 years old begging for Starbucks gift cards so that they can survive because they're useless human beings. Second, let's see here. With the thumbnail, we will watch that video. But I thought this was kind of comical. So Chille reached the mainstream a few months ago when he threatened to sue Gunner TV, which kind of we all laughed at because it was absolutely nonsensical. These people have such thin skin when it comes to, hey, I'm going to correct you. Like I've been correcting this Lake Life AA guy, and instead of trying to respond, I don't know, in any type of way with substance, they just keep saying nonsense. I think it's comical. But yeah, they're so thin-skinned, they can't just take criticism without coming at you sideways. Chille threatened to sue this guy. So Gunner TV made a video 3 hours ago. And I think Gunner TV made, what is it? 2 videos of Chille back in the day. Chille had, God, I'll let Gunner TV talk about it because it's just so good. But yeah, this was 3 hours ago, and apparently he just found out that Chille was arrested.
Now let's get to the fucking juice, baby, because it's a celebration tonight. Cue, Jamie, pull up Celebrate by Mika. Yeah, there it is, baby. Why is that? Why is it a celebration? Is because Delete Law's Chille DeCastro has been arrested / sentenced to jail for 6 months. It sounds way better if I just say he's going to jail instead of telling the 6 months thing, but he's going to jail. Delete Laws is going to jail / already in jail currently right now. Let's go, baby. But crack this sucker open, baby. He's in jail, baby. Who is this man? Who is this man? I'm glad you asked. For everybody who hasn't watched every single video on my channel and doesn't know the lore. First.
Oh, shit. Is that Bad Apple Media? Bad Apple Media, are you the guy who shills for a convicted woman beater who got kicked out of the Marines for meth? Asking for a friend.
First, let's just look at the fucking hearing of him going to jail because it's fucking funny. He had a great start coming in.
Bad Apple Media, my guy. He is a pillar of your own community. He is a pillar of the frauditing community. If you guys made a Mount Rushmore of frauditing, Chille would be on it, and so would News Now Houston. That kind of tells you how shitty your community is.
In where the judge asked them for their phones, and he kind of gave a little sass.
He's a pig.
Excuse me?
I said he's a pig.
Okay.
This has just started. This is the beginning of the fucking court hearing, and he immediately calls his judge's bailiff a pig. All right, so that's the arrest. We'll circle back to that, but that just happened yesterday. Now, for people not familiar with the lore, this is Chille DeCastro. He was the Black Ranger on Power Rangers Wild Force. Chille DeCastro got the part of Danny, the Black Ranger, but was replaced for unknown reasons. A lot of weird speculation about the unknown reasons. I think it's because he hurt people. He's a sovereign citizen, is what they call him, and he just harasses police that are mostly doing their job. Not like at a protest, not someone who's doing something wrong. It's just like, it'll be someone just give a speeding ticket, and he'll pull over. Like, yo, go fuck yourself. Not on my highway in Los Angeles. So I made 2 videos on him. My original video was just, honestly.
So until right now, I didn't know that picture of Chille existed as him as the Black Ranger. You're not part of the 1A community. That tells me you only want to talk shit. Considering the fact that I've been educating your boy for going on 4 years now, that's incorrect. Oh, God. Let's see here. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. What is up? God, the drama shills decided to show up today. Some sovereign citizen types decided to show up today. This is going to be a good stream.
It's like probably the most work I've ever put into a video. So this is a video I did, the obnoxious world of police audits. This was about a year ago. This was just an interaction, just like at a gas station, I think.
Videos, you. I'm standing here recording you. Shut your door? Yeah, shut your door. The guy with 2 cameras is gonna...
For reference, this whole thing happening right now was like a crime scene. There was blood on the ground. People were being arrested. And this dude was like in his car, just like filling out a report. Chille comes over, just calling him a pussy. Like, it's like he wants to get shot. He's got this thing called trifold, and it's supposed to be like a go-to you can like argue with cops with. I think can be pretty helpful if it was accurate. A lot of the shit on it is wrong. It would just lead people to having the same awful interactions with the police that he has. This is a pamphlet Chille sells for $25 that has a bunch of Supreme Court cases you can reference, usually incorrectly, when arguing with cops. And it's printed on indestructible paper.
My favorite part, baby.
Sure it is. Oh yeah, I bought that shit.
Okay, so... oh, I've talked about this before. So I worked at Office Depot while I was in college because bored. So indestructible paper is basically what we printed all of the Navy manuals that went into our small boats, the old ribs, if you will. That's one in those boats. They're not indestructible. They can just sit in water for a hot second. They're hard to tear, shit like that. Roasting Chille never gets old. This lake life guy still inspecting his rectum, which is weird. All right, Bad Apple Media. He ain't my boy. Well, you gave him a ride and tried to shill for him in court, so there's that. Without him, you'd have no content. Yes, without stupid people, I would have no content. You are correct. So let's show your degree. It's been on my wall. You can see the corner of it right there. It's been in all of my videos for 4 years. My military career. Everyone has seen my DD-214 for not 1, not 2, not 3, but for 4 years. I think I put out my DD-214, my first live stream on my birthday 4 years ago. I mean, I could continue showing you guys pictures from the fucking USS Dwight D. Eisenhower Facebook page, but those aren't good enough for you either. Susan Hobbins, $3. Sheba Dog moves his arm saying goodbye. I do not know what that means. Oh, God. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, God. I love streams like this when randoms want to, like, pipe up in the chat. So what? I gave him a ride. I'm a nice guy. I wanted to pick his brain and see what makes him tick. I know him better than you do. Yeah, that's absolutely false. That crumpled piece of paper. Yes, do you know why it's crumpled? Because I keep a copy of my DD-214 in my wallet. It's not crumpled. It's folded into 4s. Sorry. But are those pictures notarized? They are not. I did not get those pictures notarized. They are not part of my affidavit of truth. Oh, Lake Life. Two lies in one fucking comment. Maybe you should pull your head out of like Stone Vet's ass. Maybe you should stop shilling for people who have exactly zero credibility, and maybe think for yourself. You sound nothing more than like a Chille simp. That's what you sound like. But just for the drama community that just keeps getting teabagged over and over again. Yeah, Bad Apple Media. How do I not know Josh? I've literally been covering him and know damn near everything about him for 4 years. When's the last time you talked to him? I talked to him today.
Oh yeah, I bought that shit. Indestructible my ass. Cold. God damn, what a fucking video. Anyways, a good video. I put a lot of work into it. I hope it shows. The guy went fucking crazy, and I made a follow-up video covering those interactions. He basically left about like 50 to 60 comments on my video, like within the first like 10 minutes. I don't know how I found it so fast, and it was just like crazy. These are all the comments around me right now. There's more too. And it was a bunch of comments just kind of threatening to sue me, that he's a constitutional law scholar, you know, that I'm a stupid YouTuber when he also is a YouTuber, which I think was funny. And at the time, I was honestly like a little fucking like thrown for it. I'm like, this guy is actually unhinged. And then I ended up getting an email like within the hour or two. The very top of it says, "I'm so happy. Thanks for making you my target." I'm like, am I getting threatened right now, dude? So he threatened to sue me, basically, which, you know, fuck it. Bring it on, I guess. I don't know. He didn't know where I lived, so I never actually got the lawsuit. And he also has like a bunch of outstanding lawsuits with a ton of other people, so he couldn't actually like get it to me. The pause. I look good. What's the issue? I look good.
So this guy, the only reason I'm showing this is because he nails Chille and frauditors and sovereign citizens to a T. So this guy, we all know how Chille is, but he's making it mainstream. Like, he's got 200,000 something subscribers, I want to say, or 300,000. He's bringing Chille and his community into the mainstream because he goes on to say, you know, what he's going to say. But I loved it because he nails it. They're not trying to win lawsuits. They're trying to make you waste money.
But he couldn't serve me, so I never got it. I'm not even sure if he tried. His whole thing, though, is like...
Thank you, Greg.
Literally not to even win a lawsuit. It's to endlessly file addendum after addendum so that the lawsuit just goes on forever while he tries crowdfunding from his viewers to like pay for that. Like, he's just an asshole. Even in the lawsuit stuff, he's just an absolute piece of shit. Apparently he uses like ChatGPT to like write these addendums for him that just like are new complaints and just adds it to the old complaint. So it just endlessly keeps going and you endlessly have to spend money unless you handle it yourself. You guys do not understand how deep the rabbit hole in this guy goes. Like, there are so many other YouTubers that like are dedicated just to covering him. Oh my God. The worst part was that night he goes live to his audience on YouTube and asks his viewers to find my address. It's insane. Madness did not stop there, as Chille then went live on his YouTube channel that same night to over 200 people, urging them to both find my address and report my video for bullying and harassment.
So I gotta locate someone. The guy's channel is named Gunner TV. I need his home mailing address or his physical location. You guys can put it in the chat down there. His name is Gunner TV. His real name is Gunner Klein, C-L-I-N-E. The last video he made about me, I need you guys to report the video for misinformation, for bullying, harassment.
So yeah, could you believe?
We've all been on Chille's page. Who was it? They just said they got blocked from Chille. Java Man. I got blocked from Chille's channel after I pointed out to his followers that they would be throwing their money away on these lawsuits that he never wins. If you look at their pages, along with the 1A, the frauditor community, the sovereign citizen community, the Moore community, the drama community, their entire channels are based off harassment. Their whole channels are based off of misinformation. But they are the first people to be like, we need to hunt this person down because they debunked me. We need to hunt this person down, get all their information, find out where all of their family members work, all of their addresses, so that we can harass them. And it's just like, but you're mad at me because I put out your criminal record? Okay.
That is insane. What if I got up here and I called out another YouTuber, gave you their full name and said, yo guys, let's find this dude right now. Put the address in chat. Yo, put it in chat, guys. Let's put that address right in chat. We got to find this fucker. I couldn't believe it. Is your channel still up? I can't believe it.
I need to know Gunner Klein's mailing address, residential address, his cell phone number, his email address, his mama's address.
Throwing my mama's address in there. Dude, the guy's like in his 40s. He's actually mentally unwell. Like, that's at the end of the day, my conclusion is he's actually mentally unwell. Yeah, so I don't like the guy clearly, and I'm happy that he never found my address to serve me, and now he's apparently in jail. So what I thought we would do is look at a new video from him posted just yesterday, the day he got sentenced to jail for 6 months. 6 months of peace and quiet. So let's hop in to
So somebody should go over to Gunner TV's channel and ask him, or not ask him, just let him know, hey, Chille's also facing similar charges, and he just had what, some type of hearing on Monday before he was arrested on Tuesday for those charges, which in my opinion are much worse than the first ones. So he's not looking at just 180 days, but I don't think they're going to give him a whole year for these things, but that would be absolutely terrific.
a wild video, honestly. It's almost like I wish I even had this video when I was making the original video, because it's just too easy. It's just too easy. He's become even a bigger asshole. And I implore you, anybody here, if you are the most staunch anti-cop person, have an open heart.
See, you don't know the difference because you're a kid. Retort. Say something. Sir, nothing. Suck my dick. You're a fucking terrorist. And this is a fucking joke.
Trigger warning, racism and misogyny.
And there's the terrorist right there. And there are the terrorists right there. You got Osama, huh? You got Osama bin Laden? You got bin Laden, did you? You cure the world's problems tonight? Is that what you did?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you did?
Yes, sir.
Why the fuck is this up here all night long?
Okay, break it down real fast. 1, Osama bin Laden's been dead for like 13 years. 2, he's got a laser pointer, and he's just fucking shining that shit at a helicopter. All right, so here we go. Coming in at classic Chille. We're coming in aggressive as fuck because we don't want justice. We just want to harass a cop standing and see if we can bait an interaction. Let's see it.
Sir, it's a suspect here.
Oh, a suspect, a perpetrator, not a person, not a human, not a name. And then you're getting them? Are you catching them? Are they all caught up now?
You caught one of them.
You got them, huh? Good thing. Saving the fucking world here, huh? Is that what you're doing? You got a pigtail here? What the fuck could this girl do? Nothing.
All right. So
I hate Chille. I hated Chille before I hate Chille now. I actively, as you guys know, try to stay away from Chille content because Chille angers me. Between the fake alpha maleness, I can't stand Chille. The knee pressure thing killed me. Let's address something, and then we can go on to actual sovereign citizen nonsense. Bad Apple Media says, all you guys reported my videos and one was taken down and the other was put back up. But in all reality, I don't care about YouTube popularity. Cool. Was there any sort of misinformation, harassment, bullying, yada, yada, yada in those videos? If so, and it got taken down, congratulations. That's what happened in your video, and that's why it got taken down. I'm going to not read that comment, Bad Apple Media. You can try again in English this time. At least pretend like you graduated high school. All right, let's see here. I sent out some feelers for... Oh, nope. Okay. Looks like we're not going to have any special guests today. This is my thing. Oh, what is she going to do? Well, she's got a taser, pepper spray, and a firearm. So you do the math, Chille. I don't think Chille's, all that is man, but I'm pretty sure if Chille got hit with a taser, he would cry. If she got, a nice shot of pepper spray right across the eyes, I'm pretty sure Chille would be crying to this day. But instead, he's chilling with Roy in prison. There we go. Okay, are we back? For some reason, it just completely just blanked out my whole screen. That was pretty dope. Oh, God, Navy Tex, I'm glad that you tried to read what he posted. It's absolutely nonsense. Oh, God. Apparently, a Bad Apple Media, I'm going to have to bring this up because we're going to laugh at it for a bit. Let's take this off the screen. That's all you are, Kfar, is shit talk, just like John Felix and Chille. You all hide from me. But at least you actually respond and haven't blocked me. Well, I'm not hiding from you. Your boy knows where I live and is terrified of me. So there's that. Who's the bottom, Roy or Chille? I'm glad I already ate. I don't ever have to eat again. Thank you for that. I don't even want to think about it. I don't hide from people. Everyone knows where I'm at. I'm very transparent about the fact that everyone knows where I'm at. Oh, God. Let's see here. Let's change from who is Bad Apple Media. Bad Apple Media. I'll bring it up. I'm talking about on here. Dude, you've got like one video. What am I supposed to be hiding from? Bad Apple Media. Oh, also, Bad Apple Media. Can you tell Josh to come back and stop running from his warrants? Okay, Bad Apple Media looks to have... All right. You have hundreds of videos. Well, I'm on your page, and it has one video. Shit, you know what? I'll bring it up, just so you guys can tell that I'm not making shit up. Bad Apple Media. Why he's called Bad Apple Media, the world may never know. All right, Bad Apple Media. You guys see 3 live streams and 1 video. Bad Apple Media is the guy who was with Josh when he did this nonsense.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the Taylor Tucky courthouse, where it's almost like Taylor Prison. Taylor Correctional Facility.
Yeah, they march the customers through here pretty quick too.
I had 3 of the biggest goons, pretty much rough, feel me up, trying to get a cop me a feel or something, but
Oh, I got a feel. I got like $5 worth of feel.
direct everybody over to me, go on your community page and say, hey, Bad Apple Media.
Yeah, you
It's
guys
live.
can follow Bad Apple Media. Right there. I'm live right now, so.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I just went live.
I didn't know you were.
But Bad Apple Media, that's where you can check this out.
See, there you go.
We are in court. We live stream from the court. Oh my goodness, that's a
Yeah, he claims not to simp for this guy, but he gave him a ride and live stream with him. If I was a bet man, it would be because he's trying to get some of that sweet 80,000 subscribers that I hate to break it to you, don't even watch Josh's channel. You can check his numbers. I was harassed because I was with Josh. He's a popular guy in Taylor. Incorrect. They are trying to hold him accountable for his wrongdoing in Taylor. And I don't think anyone harassed you. I'm pretty sure if someone harassed you, you would have put up the video. But yeah, that's all we're going to watch. That's who Bad Apple Media is, guys. He's shilled for a guy who's currently out of state running from a warrant because he's terrified of getting the same thing Chille just got, which I honestly think 180 days in jail would do Josh some good. God damn, I can hear the highway from here. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't understand this whole Bad Apple Media thing. Like, just, again, everyone knows my name. My channel name is my first initial and the first 4 of my last name. That's how I got it, because it's been a nickname of mine for 2 decades. But some of these people like Rogue Nation, Delete Laws, they have to come up with these fucking crazy names. Bad Apple Media. There's no side of this stupid stage. It's people who can read and comprehend the law, the Constitution, Supreme Court decisions, and other. You find yourself on the and other side of the aisle. If we're going to be honest here, I just assume Bad Apple Media was like in jail or something. Because I was looking for his stuff when he went on that thing with Josh. I was looking, waiting, and then just nothing. Bad Apple Media, I'm just going to ask you this. Have you ever been to prison? Look, what's your criminal record looking like? Do you know Josh's criminal record? If so, you are the bad apples in this scenario. Ed, he said that they're all unlisted, which kind of... Oh, God, I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, it seems as if he doesn't understand how YouTube works. The whole point is to put out content or to expose people or to tell the truth, yada, yada, yada. Make animations, make videos, yada, yada. That's not... Putting them in unlisted and never putting them out kind of defeats the purpose. But this is what I wanted to... I might have to go check Hendry's page. It appears that Hendry has not been able to bond out. His sister wife, his sister baby mama, couldn't get, what, 25 grand together to get him out? All right, Tones. Bye. Oh, boy. All right, here. That would indicate he does not want... Oh, God, I moved too much. He does not want to be caught posting his crimes. That's... Bad Apple Media, you're confusing being educated with authoritarian. I'm sorry that you are so dumb that you can't understand the law. Like, I genuinely feel bad for you. Also, I feel bad for you because you had to be in the same vehicle as Broken System, Broken Trust. You got Hendry's last live stream removed. I'm not sad to hear that. It's like if YouTube just took a step back and looked at some of these live streams that they put out, they would immediately get taken down. Like, For Public Safety shouldn't have a damn stream on YouTube still. Broken System, Broken Trust is a bunch of... All his live streams are just misinformation and reused content. What is it? Chille. He gets mad at harassment, but then literally goes out and harasses police officers. It's very strange. All right, let me... I got the whole thumbnail video pulled up from Old Squishy Gardener, but... Terrific. All right, let's see here. I hope there was D. Louser in that car with BSBT. Hey. All right, so I pulled up Hendry's. Oh, that's from 2 days ago. Videos from 3 weeks ago. Shorts. Nothing relevant. Live stream 6 days ago. So the first bit is factually and logically incorrect. And by the way, Josh has an odor that needed a window cracked, keeping it 100. Hey, when he showed up to my house before running, he did smell pretty bad. The wind hit, and it was disgusting. I just don't see how being educated and being able to read and comprehend the law, statutes, codes, and Supreme Court decisions, the Constitution, I don't see how that makes me anything more than more educated than your community. All right. This is not going to be a 40,000 year long live stream. Oh God, I miss Lake Life. He left. All right, let's play this video. I'm going to sit here for a second and answer some YouTube notifications.
Right. The next matter is State versus Isaiah Curvin, 24 TR 17. There's a name of Isaiah Kervin on the screen. Please turn on your monitor.
I'm here.
Mr. Kervin, is the headgear you're wearing a religious item?
It's a cap. I'm outside. It was snowing out here. I'm in Oklahoma City. I'll take it off in a second. That's why I got my jacket. Yeah, it's kind of cold outside. No problem. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. This is your first appearance. We were scheduled for an earlier date. Mr. Kervin.
Let me talk about this bad Apple Media thing real quick before I go back to answering some notifications here. I actually, is this happening right now? Okay, I guess this is happening. I guess this is happening now. All right, we're gonna bring this down for a second.
Yeah, you bring me back.
Where is it?
Back. Listen, you put me back. Okay, I'm back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Important message. That is all.
Okay, was I muted that entire time? If I was muted that entire time, okay. So what happened was I put out a Discord invite to a few other creators in the old community, and that was Blue Bacon coming up to say what's up. So bad Apple Media. I'm gonna take this moment to shill for my video that's coming out tomorrow. I did a sovereign citizen video. It's 48 minutes long. I addressed the same point right here that I'm going to say. You said, so what? I don't know what that's supposed to say. Can read and write. Want a cookie? Okay. I'm not part of the 1A community. Guess you have shit in your ears, huh? Okay, so just because if a sovereign citizen, let's say, says, oh, I'm a sovereign, not a citizen, blah, blah, blah. Sovereign citizen's an oxymoron. But then you go on to use the same rhetoric. You follow the same ideology. You use the same guru paperwork. You hit the same talking points. If it quacks like a duck, eats like a duck, and flies like a duck, it's a fucking duck. No matter what the duck says. Sorry. Blue Bacon, you are a menace. That is correct.
Kervin did not appear at that time. A 30-day suspension letter was ordered to be sent. Mr. Kervin apparently contacted the clerk's office following at some point in intervening and requested hearing. So we're here today for first appearance. Mr. Kervin, you are charged with driving without a valid driver's license or no DL. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. A B misdemeanor is punishable up to 6 months in the county jail and a fine not to exceed $1,000. Not saying that's what the penalty will be. It's just what the maximum available under Kansas law. You have the right to a trial if you are subject to a jail sentence, where if that's a possibility, then if you wish to have an attorney but could not afford one, you could apply to the court. If you met the financial guidelines, then I would appoint an attorney to represent you. However, if a person is not facing a jail sentence, then they're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. We'll take that up as go further. Additionally, at a trial, you would have the right to be presumed not guilty. The state would have the burden of proof of beyond a reasonable doubt. You would have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf and to utilize the court subpoena power to make sure they attend. Additionally, you would have the right to testify or not testify as you see fit. If you chose not to testify, that could not be used against you in determining if you're guilty or not guilty. You understand your rights, sir?
I do. Yes, sir.
In a moment, I'm going to ask how you wish to proceed in regards to a plea. Right now, do you have a plan in regards to an attorney? Are you hiring an attorney, asking the court to appoint, representing yourself?
Represent myself, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Curvin, you looks like you're 33 years old. So absent some other compelling reason, you'd be able to represent yourself. If you wish to, I'm going to ask what your plea is. If you wish to have a trial, if you wish to, I don't know if you qualify for a diversion.
So I'm going to be honest about this point right here. It looks like Chille has mentally broken in a week and a half in jail. So I think Chille is a lot closer to getting that mental help we all know he needs than he was while walking the street. Because eventually he's going to snap. He's going to try to either fight somebody. He's going to be holding Roy's pocket, and they're going to be like, Chille, they need to talk to you. One of the doctors is going to have to pull you into the office and talk to you.
If you wish to try to get the case resolved either through counsel or yourself with the county attorney's office, any of those things, then your plea should be not guilty. If you choose to plead guilty, then we would proceed to sentencing. I would hear from both parties in a pronounced sentence. If you plead no contest, that is then if the state were to present what we refer to as a proffer, a person who's pleading no contest are not challenging the charge, but they're not pleading guilty per se. If there's a proffer that supports the facts that would result in a guilty verdict, then that person would be found guilty and we'd proceed to sentencing in the same manner as I described before. With those things in mind, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Are we on the record?
Yes.
So on the record before I make a plea, I'd like to simply state that I do not understand the nature and cause of the action in regard of the elements of my personal jurisdiction, the venue, and the nature cause of action until the prosecution has properly allegedly for me, and therefore I'm not able to enter a plea until then. I'd like to know.
I hate when sovereign citizens try to word salad their way out of making a plea, because we already know that the judge is just going to say, oh, okay, you're refusing to answer. I'll put a not guilty plea in on your behalf. I'll say not guilty for you because you're an idiot and won't answer.
No, if it's going to be if I'm going to be tried under common law, or is it going to be under maritime law?
Can you speak up a little bit? It's difficult to hear you.
I got my headphones on. Did you hear what I said, or just what part did you need to
I heard part of what you said. So
okay. I was saying, for the record, I did not simply understand nature and cause of action brought against me with regards of the elements of our personal jurisdiction, and also the nature cause of action until the jurisdiction, the prosecution has let me know what they're going to try me underneath, so I can let you know what I'm going to make my plea. I'm not really sure if it's under common law or is it maritime law. So I can know how to defend myself, and then I can enter my plea.
all right. Have you filed a motion for discovery in this case?
I filed in my I put a special appearance and affidavit in about a week ago.
Well, there's something that's listed as correspondence in the court file. I'm looking at it now. It's not an official pleading. Neither does it state that you've requested information from the state that we refer to as discovery.
You didn't receive. I emailed. I actually faxed the special appearance. Did you receive it?
And again, we all know, we've all been at this way too long at this point. You saying, oh, I'm here by special appearance, it means absolutely nothing. You're literally just saying, hey, judge, I would like to waste your time for just 5 seconds more.
There's a document that looks like it is served or before a notary in Oklahoma that reflects what appears to be your signature. It says respondent beneficiary of the named defendant in constitutional rights / benefits.
It should
Is
be
that
like
the document you're referring to?
Yeah, I think is it just only one they went through? Because there's like 4 pages, 4 or 5, a few pages that went through, not just one.
There's a one-page document.
There's only one. It's supposed to be more. I faxed more over there. It was supposed to be like 4 pages.
It's one page.
Yeah.
Where it begins is at the top. It says the Supreme Court said in U.S. versus Mirsky.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a copy right here with me. I think you're just.
Yeah. So I am very pro letting people sit in jail for 30-ish days while they contemplate how dumb they are. Like if the judge would have just said, okay, cool. Well, since you're playing this dumb shit that has no bearing on real life court, come on and hang out in the jail for about 30 days and then we'll try this again. Turn yourself in or a warrant will get put out for you, yada, yada. I'm very pro doing that.
Referring to the last page, and I sent like 4 pages of them. I think I got it notarized at the end of it, and I think the notary already sent the last page to you, but it was supposed to be 4 more pages to go with that. And that was the special appearance.
All right. Are you entering a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I cannot enter a plea at the moment because I'm not sure what I'm going to be tried under. What jurisdiction am I going to be tried under? I do not understand the nature of the cause of action being brought up yesterday.
Well, I've explained what you're charged with.
Yes.
I'm going to put you down as a plea of not guilty and set this matter for trial. If you wish to
also, again, shilling for my video that's going to come out tomorrow at like 5 or 6. It's going to be a premiere because it's, again, 48 minutes long. The whole notary thing. If anybody's a notary in the chat, say you're a notary in the chat. You are not notarizing a piece of paper for factual accuracy. You are not notarizing something for, oh, yes, the Supreme Court did say this. Yes, I'm confirming that that is factual. No. They're confirming, oh, yeah, cool. You have an ID that says, Steve of the family eats paint chips. And you're writing or, signing this document that says Steve, family of eater of paint chips. That's it. That's what you're notarizing. It's not saying, yes, admiralty jurisdiction. Oh, yes, he's appearing in a special appearance. None of that matters.
Because my special appearance didn't make it. I need to resend it as well. How can I reset it? So I gotta have a chance to resend my special because it didn't make it into. I guess you only had the last copy of it. There's more pages that you didn't see. So I need to enter that in beforehand. How can I reset it so I can do that? I have time to do that. I can do it today, and we can reset it for this same time next week if that's okay with you.
I'm going to go ahead and set this for trial. You can, if you have pretrial motions that you'd like to address, they need to be properly filed.
Okay.
Sometimes if people are representing themselves, they're still held to the same standard as an attorney would be.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes people don't have the experience to do that correctly. So there's an advantage to having an attorney. But I'm going to set this for.
This could be the greatest conspiracy theory of all time. A cop or lawyer is selling the sovereign citizen or frauditor script just for the laughs. That would be terrific. Like I've said, no, accountability angel isn't the county attorney. That's messed up. No, I have this conspiracy theory that the person at the top of the guru paperwork selling game, they know that this is complete bullshit. But there are extremely dumb people out there that will buy the paperwork, try to use it, and then when they say, "Oh, the paperwork didn't work," you just say, "Oh, well, you just didn't use it right. You didn't say these 3 magic words," and then they buy more paperwork. So at the top is somebody who knows that everything else is bullshit. Mark Stevens has a run on a huge bit on everyone for. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Set aside 2 hours for a bench trial.
I'd like to be tried by jury if that's okay. If I'm going to be separate trial, if it has to be separate trial.
Have you made a written request for trial by jury?
I have not. This is my first appearance today.
If you're seeking to have a jury trial, then you're going to need to file a written motion in that regard.
Okay.
Again, pursuant to Kansas law, there are restrictions in that regard. When we set a jury trial, I generally have a pretrial date that we have. You will be required to be here at Elk County to conduct that hearing. If you have pretrial motions that you're wishing to have heard, we typically would do that in advance at a pretrial. I'm going to set a pretrial date at this time. It'll give you an opportunity to place your written motion for request for jury trial. We will set that hearing for, Sarah, can you give us a date within 30 days?
How long would you like for the pretrial, sir?
Anytime is fine before the 17th.
An hour.
About 1 hour. Okay.
Miss Gillette, on the 17th, do you have very much scheduled with Satterfield for your half day?
Can I do another day besides the 17th? I can't make that day. I have something on that day. Is there like maybe like the 15th or maybe after the 17th? That's the one day I cannot make.
We could do the morning of May 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So May 1st at 9 a.m. That will be in person at the Elk County Courthouse in Howard, Kansas. You'll need to appear at that time. You'll need to have your...
All right, so let's clear this up for a second. Miss Mandy, member for 2 months, dear Lord. KFAR handing BSBT his ass for 2 years. Now, hey, shoot, he was the first, because I think, well, you know what, I'll just go into the story, just in case there's some people here that don't know the story. He's one of the first sovereign citizens that I actually had contact with on the internet. I made my channel at the same time he was kind of starting shit with SC. I found out he lived near me, and it's been a hate-hate relationship ever since. That was like 4 years ago. Parsons 1122. Oh, about to sneeze. Okay. Actually, it's Safe Light that pushes the soft sit agenda. I don't know which one's better. If Safe Light was starting all this nonsense, or if police officers and lawyers were starting all this nonsense. That would be hilarious either way. Let me get back to where I was at. I saw another good one here. Rodney King, did he come out with a new video? I know I have one. If you guys don't know how my editor works, I can click a link, put it on my editor to load up the video and save it so that I don't have to like download it or anything crazy. I have his video from right after he went to court the other day, but has he put out? Now I have to go check if he's live. I keep thinking Chris blocks me, but then randomly he says something. Oh, God. Well, we may have to break that out in a video for tomorrow or this weekend. An hour ago, Chris put out a video. Let me keep scrolling. Got to catch up with the chat. Okay. Chris put out a video. It's titled, let me get you the entirety of this. The unseen footage that you've all been waiting for. Meade County, Kentucky, 1999, not Hardin. I don't even want, I want to watch this, but I want to watch it so that I can get this done correctly, because it's an hour and 8 minutes, and I know that if I show it, he's going to try to hit me for a copyright strike, because that's kind of his MO to kind of hide things. He called out Dummy Kruger in the DUI guy, so that'll age well. But correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't his charge, okay, in Meade County in 1999, not Hardin County. I believe that's when he has the assault or domestic abuse charge, was 99. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, yeah, I'll have to do a video on that, or depending on how bored we get after this.
your pretrial motions filed, including your request for a jury trial. At that time, if everything's in order, we'll set a trial. Counsel, anything further?
Not on Mr. Curvin, Judge.
Mr. Curvin, anything further today?
No, Judge.
Very well. With that, we are adjourned.
Okay. I'm going to have to... I'm not going to be able to show this on stream because it's really old, shitty footage. I don't know if you guys can necessarily tell with all my lighting. It's really old, shitty footage. Starts playing on my other fucking thing. Okay. So he's playing that. It looks like it's Chris because of the bald spot in the back of his head. It looks like a skinny Chris with no shitty beard. But he spliced in a bunch of comments from other people. It's basically a oh God. This isn't the video that we've all been asking him to show. We were asking him to show the unedited video he said he had, the evidence he said he had, and it doesn't look like... It looks like he showed 3 seconds from an older video and then basically smashed the DUI guy, Dummy Kruger, mine and others' videos into one thing to just make it an hour long. Oh, God. Who are you talking about now, Bad Apple Media? Like, who on God's green earth are you talking about now? Was it the imposter, the alien-made clone? Yeah, I don't believe that there's many Christopher Riders in that area of the United States. Apparently, they have the wrong middle name. But I don't see how it's wrong because we've caught him lying so many times and everything. Oh, God. Let's see here. Yeah, I've clicked 31 minutes into this video, and there's probably a combined minute of old footage, and the rest of it is him and the DUI guy talking and the Dummy Kruger video. So, like, I don't think that's going to go very well for the old Chris. Yeah, Scott, for some reason, Chris should know this since he's been in trouble for 30 years. In 1998 and 1999, everything was handwritten. There was no, like when I worked at the police department, everything was computer-based. Unless it was right when they walked in, giving us the information so that we could put it in the computer. So back then, everything was handwritten. So yes, if you had some bad penmanship, some things would get kind of messed up or overlooked. But God, yeah, now I literally have to sit there tonight as soon as I get off this live stream and watch Chris talk for an hour and 3 minutes or an hour and 4 minutes. Yeah, Scott, that was my thinking for this entire time since he brought this shit up. So you're telling me a group of Meade County officials, it was 98, 25, 30 years ago, decided to come up with a conspiracy that could throw them in jail over a joint? Okay. I have a telephone number for Chris Ryder. Want it? No, because I have it. He's also threatened me on Facebook, which was cute. I thought it was adorable. Yeah, you did data entry from handwritten forms. Sometimes you legitimately have to guess. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you just have to hope you get it right. Nobody, if you do get Chris's number, don't harass him. He deserves it. He deserves to be put under the jail for the things that he's done, but don't do that to him. He would do it to us, but don't do it to him because we're better than him. You want to pull a Jim Halpert and text him as his future self with special missions? Yeah, I'm going to look through his stream. I'm going to look through that stream or that video. Managed to pick 2 minutes out of it because, like, he wasn't even. They're clearly clips from the DUI guy's live stream because the DUI guy's in the same clip as Chris as they were in his live stream. He has the Dummy Kruger background with Dummy Kruger talking, and you can see the little bars moving in there. So it's not like Chris put out the video we all wanted. He has a problem putting out unedited things that we all want. He wants to be maxed edited so that he can hide things. Oh, God. I'm sure the new fish's name is Steve. Yes, I have 7 fish in my fish tank, and they're all named Steve. I can't keep the albino rainbow sharks. I can't tell you which one's which because they all look the same. The other two, well, the Placostomus is just, there's only one of them, so I know which Steve that is. But the Grammies, one likes to be up top and one likes to be on the bottom. I can tell them apart, but they're all named Steve. I think I made it very clear to Chris by saying, Chris, everyone knows where I live. I'm not hard to find. By the way, you're trespass from my property. Don't come on it. They seem to work for Broken System, Broken Trust, and Wolverine Transparency. So, Bad Apple Media. I'm just going to throw this out there. So you don't think we should jail woman beaters? You don't think we should jail, well, in the 1A, I'm not going to call it the 1A community because they're not First Amendment anything. They're frauditors that are glorified prank channels. Do you think we should throw kitty diddlers in jail? Because I can name 2, Civic Duty and News Now Houston. They're going to go away forever because they were caught doing that. One of them, not for the first time. So should we not throw those people in jail? A guy, Mears, who regularly comes in here and talks out of his ass, has 2 drunk driving convictions. I think he should be in jail. Simply because he's him, I think he should have gotten capital punishment. But it's like all these people, what should we do with them? Victimless crimes? No. Describe victimless crimes. Describe victimless crimes without going full soft sit and being able to understand corpus delicti. And go. Yes, but what about felons who keeps felons? Richard, try again. Let's see here. What was the first Steve? The first Steve is now upstairs because he was needed elsewhere. He was a good boy. Steve was a good boy who was growing. Mrs. Kfar needed him upstairs to clean her tank, so Steve moved on up to a, 50, 70-gallon fish tank upstairs instead of my 30. Steve is about that big upstairs. Still cleaning fish tanks to this day. All right, I'm back to scrolling to the bottom. What did I miss? You describe a victimless crime. I'm not the one who made the claim of victimless crimes. You made the claim, so you define victimless crimes. Everything I've said is, I'm pretty sure if you were a diddled child, I don't want to get into the kitty stuff, but I'm pretty sure if that happened to you, you were a victim. I'm pretty sure News Now Houston's daughters, I'm pretty sure that's who it was against. I'm pretty sure they considered themselves a victim. Broken System, Broken Trust beat someone and got convicted. I'm pretty sure that person considers themselves a victim. Define victimless crime without going into the no victim, no crime fallacy, or without butchering corpus delicti. Next. I believe wholeheartedly in being held accountable for your actions. It seems like that's missing in some of the communities. If you claim not to be in any of these communities, by all means, hopefully you're turning your life around. But none of those communities believe in holding themselves accountable. Oh, God. I saw an interview with Warden's daughters. He did much. Oh, God. This is the thing, Bad Apple Media. It's my channel. You're in the chat. You make a claim in the chat. I have no problem with engaging with chat. I don't block people. If you come in saying some stuff, I will question you because it's not that hard to say what a victimless crime is in your own words. God, yes. Richard, does that mean if you drive drunk and don't hurt anyone, it's not a crime? I've seen a few people claim that no, that means it's not a crime. Granite Beast, matter of fact, doesn't think that's a crime. And he thinks what was the video I was watching? It was another one of the we're going to pretend to be a 9-year-old, blah, blah, blah. The police were pretending to be like a 9-year-old. This guy decided he was going to find them, bring a bunch of inappropriate toys for children to, do the hippity dippity with them. Granite Beast calls that a thought crime because there's not really a 9-year-old. Bad Apple Media, I'm not an authoritarian. I just can read and comprehend the law. You should try it. Scrolling. God dang, you guys are just asking crazy questions. It's not that... if we're being honest, Bad Apple Media, it's because it's not worth it. In the grand scheme of things, what I've seen so far is you make claims and not be able to back it up. So what would be the point of bringing you up on panel just for me to say, hey, this court case says this and this court case says this, which validates this law that this state passed. And your response is, no, trust me, bro. Like you brought up victimless crimes, and I said define victimless crimes. And I can still hear the crickets chirping. You still haven't answered. I can read and comprehend the law very well, or fairly well. All right, Bad Apple Media, what does your record look like? Let's confirm if you can read and comprehend the law fairly well. What does your record look like? Oh, Foster McTeague, you're a lawyer. I'm going to say this now. I am not a... If you want to get me some tax code, some Supreme Court cases that have to deal with taxes, I don't know shit. That shit is impossible to read for me. Something that involves medical shit, I got nothing. If you want to give me a nice Pennsylvania v. Mims type case, I got that all the time. I don't know how you guys do it for some cases. I want to have an adult convo face-to-face. You are obviously scared. There's 147 people in here. I'm going to assume 140 of them agree with me. If I ask you a question while I'm live and you're in chat and you refuse to answer something as easy as define victimless crime, how am I scared? I'm literally asking you questions. This live stream's not going anywhere. If you somehow debunk me, sure, go for it. It's right there. Everybody will see it. My practice generally falls in family and immigration law. See, I might be able to wrap my head around some of that. Let me just double check which case it was. This is where I knew I was starting to get out of my depth. Oh God, which one was it? Okay. So it was Bay versus Indiana from 2017, and it was regarding taxation of Moors. I almost didn't understand that shit. I'm not gonna lie. Once you got into taxes, I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. I don't think there's such thing as a victimless crime per se. If the fallback is society as the victim, then there's a victim. If there is enough evidence to show, oh, that's disappointing. If there is enough evidence to show that the crime did take place, I'm cool with that. Like the old corpus delicti doesn't mean I have to have a physical dead body for you to be charged with XYZ. I don't have to show, hey, you did XYZ. There needs to be a broken bone on this person's body for you to be guilty. It's not what it means. They should get more taxes. I've done some general tax law is like a world unto itself, if only because it changes all the time. It seems like it's because it changes all the time. Sometimes it's not enforced, but then it is enforced. So it's like you just gotta wing it. Do you believe the government can be a victim? Yeah, 1000%. I'm pretty sure a New York police officer was just unalived the other day. I'm pretty sure you would consider that the government being a victim. But please go on. One of Chris's gremlins, Tyrants Beware, whose name comes up as Johnson Larry. Oh God. In post and chat, who was in yours defending Chris, did a video on me this morning using my full legal name. Yeah, Tyrants Beware put out a giant, it was almost like a hit piece on me for whatever reason. And I will never understand. I don't know who he is, why he has to lie about me, or why he's shilling for Chris. Oh, peg leg finance. What? Didn't you say peg leg finance? Your shit is finance. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing anything with you. Don't sue me, bud. I'm done. Richard Fulmore, yes, the officer is the victim, but if he was wearing the uniform of it took place in New York. I'm not going to say New York City, but I'm not going to the extreme. I just read it prior to the stream and it happened like this week. So it's just something recent that popped into my head. Also, extreme or not extreme, did I just debunk what you just asked? Yes, I did. But no, Richard, the officer is the victim, yes, but if it was done in uniform for, let's say, the city of New York, like New York City, then technically that was the state being the victim, the government being the victim, the city being the victim. Okay, you went to the extreme. Okay, if it happened in Canada, if I'm at a traffic stop as an officer and I say, okay, here you go, stay here, don't go anywhere. I go to turn and then you hit me with the car. You roll over my foot as you're trying to escape. Does that mean the government's the victim? If you somehow, who was it? I don't know if it was an actually army personnel, or if it was somebody, a civilian helping with the army, stole millions of dollars from the army from nothing more than fraud. Is the government the victim in that case? I would say yes. I would think stealing millions from anyone, that person is the victim. Okay. Is he a representative of the city or state? Yeah. Like, so if he was unalived outside of working hours on a Tuesday, that's not even a gray area. It's still black and white. And if that was the case, if it had nothing to do with him being an officer, no, the government isn't the victim. But if he is, then yeah, they are. All right, let me see here. Oh no, in a case like that, Richard, yes, the drug possession is victimless. Okay, bud. Listen, I believe okay, yeah, that's he's the victim, his family's the victim, the state's the victim, his police department's the victim, his precinct's the victim, his neighborhood is the victim. Drug possession isn't victimless. What does drug possession come with? Drug addiction. What does drug addiction come with? I kind of caught shit one time in the chat for this before. From working at a police department, you would not believe how many victims are caused by drug use. And I love how Bad Apple Media is still trying to do like mental gymnastics to be like, oh, the government can't be a victim. Oh, what is a victimless crime? But still can't define what a victimless crime is. What are we talking about? We're just talking to Bad Apple Media right now. Should drug possession be decriminalized? I have a very not controversial take on that, but I'm not going to share. Oh, God. Changing policy from failed drug war to something else is a big discussion we need to have as a country. I 1000% agree with you. I know you ever do any drugs. None that weren't prescribed. And even then, some ibuprofen in the Navy. Or some Motrin in the Navy that they threw at me. Ba-bang. Let's see. Define what you call drugs. That is another one. Broken system, broken trust. I know apparently you guys aren't boys, even though you stream together. How am I the one jumping around doing flips and spins when you asked me a question and within 10 seconds I answered it, completely debunked your argument, and then proceeded on giving more examples that debunked your argument? Ta-da! Like, if I was Blue Bacon, I would have went all costume with a cane and a top hat. But all you get is me today. Society definitely suffers from drugs. Yes. Now, in Michigan here, you know this, weed is legal. Recreationally, it's legal. Medicinally, it's legal. I got edibles delivered the other day. Like, that's how legal it is in Michigan. I would also like to think weed and edibles are a lot different than heroin. Would you decriminalize fentanyl, Bad Apple? That is a great question. Bad Apple got trespassed from a post office with the officer using a take on poster 7. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I have no problem with if they were to. God, why did we get here? First off, how did we get here? I think if we legalized weed federally, I have no problem with that. Some people are going to have a problem with that. I don't see any problem with that. Certain drugs are legal. Aspirin. Some drugs are illegal. Heroin. That was going to be the point I made, basically. Weed is even better than alcohol. I don't partake in the old ganj. I take some edibles to sleep because, as you guys know, I don't sleep. But there's that. But yeah, it's weed, aspirin, alcohol is a lot different than meth, heroin, and fentanyl. Let's see here. Heroin isn't heroin anymore. I'm only going to think that you're meaning they put more shit in it. So where I worked, we had a case. I'm going to say this very delicately. because this is something that I'm going to hope to keep in my pocket until I get off YouTube. Where I worked, we had a case where a drug dealer sold another drug that had fentanyl in it, decided not to tell the person he sold it to. They are no longer with us, and that drug dealer got locked up with a quickness. Don't use drugs, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? I feel you, Richard. Oh, God, you guys are just blowing up this chat right now. Is it moving fast for everybody else, or is it just me trying to read them? Also, Bad Apple Media, you still haven't told me what your criminal history and record looks like. You said you can read and comprehend it fairly decently, but what is your criminal history looking like? Give me some good old heroin any day over this new fentanyl garbage. All right. He doesn't have one like Chille. I still think it's comical that Chille's trying to claim everywhere he goes, oh, I don't have a criminal record. But then we'll say something along the lines of, well, not for like 25 or 30 years. But that was back when I was 20. And it's like, my guy, that still counts as having a criminal record. All right. Let's see here. Well, it's already going on 17 minutes longer than I was expecting to live stream. All right. Let's see here. Well, that's pretty dope. Bad Apple Media. Waiting on you, bud. That's one of the problems of having a criminal record. It follows you for your life unless you get it expunged. Yeah, 1,000%. Alan Hunt, somebody was actually telling me, let me just bring this up so we can talk about this and hopefully Bad Apple Media is still typing. That's what the problem is, hopefully. Chille has warrants out of Ohio, and somebody told me this morning that he also had a warrant out of Oregon, possibly ... IDK. Again, I don't keep track of Chille. I knew about the one in Ohio because it was on camera. I don't. Right off the bat, I have a CPL and carry everywhere I go. That has zero bearing on the question that I just asked you. But no, Chille has a warrant out of Ohio. We all know about that. Somebody also said that he has one out of Oregon, and they asked me, what do you think will happen when he gets out and they find out about these warrants? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing is going to happen. Ironton is not going to extradite anyone from Ironton or from Nevada to Ironton, Ohio. It's not going to happen. Oregon is closer than Ohio. They're both going to say, Jose De Castro is about to leave our custody. It shows that he has an open warrant out of your jurisdiction. Please advise. And both jurisdictions are going to say, advise and release, send. Nobody's going to come and do any of this nonsense with him. But that also means they're going to advise him he has warrants out of those places. And that's not going to say, hey, Chille, go take care of this. That's going to be, hey, Chille, you're not ever going to go back to those places because you're running from warrants. Yeah, I think it's some of these people are really in for a rude awakening. That's my thing. Bad Apple Media. I'm not, contrary to how other people may talk to you, I'm not coming at you sideways. I'm not coming at you any type of way. I'm genuinely asking what your record looks like. Just to get it open, I'll tell you what my record looks like. I go look up my criminal history. I have no criminal history. That is all. In a state he had never been to and was only similar to his name. Okay. 2024 seems to be the year everyone has had enough of this BS. K. Fardamus, coming at you 2 years later. I did a stream with, I believe Blue Bacon was there too. I believe it was me, Blue Bacon, Paul Carroll, and I want to say Kick on B Squared. You can go look it up. Good channel. Now B Squared is going back to making another Star Trek movie. Good times. We basically called it. We said once all of this COVID stuff kind of dies down, police departments are going to start arresting people again. Prisons and jails are going to start holding people again. Courts are going to start prosecuting again. And once they all do that, these guys are screwed. And sure as shit, starting last year. Oh, it was a part 2 comment. Okay. I'm like, that's the weirdest part of the comment. But no, 2 years later, everything's open. Prisons are taking people, jails are taking people, and none of these jurisdictions are like, yeah, that flew 3 years ago. But now that we're actually doing this again and getting back to like real law, yeah, you're going to go to jail. Okay, yep, that's true. I think Bad Apple Media is under the impression that I genuinely know who he is outside of the things that he said on his videos and shit with Josh. I don't know your name. I don't know where you live. Don't care about either one. Paul of Scotland, what's up? For public safety, too, is keeping an eye on us people. So here's the cool thing, Ed. Chille will never come to Ohio because of his warrant. Fine by all of you in Ohio. Where was it? Dang it. It jumped on me and I lost the comment. There it is. Fine by us in Ohio. Might be the same for BSBT. I know that I'm safe from Chille because to get to me, he will have to go through Ohio. And I'm pretty sure if I say, hey, Captain Chad, Chille is in this city in Michigan. If I can get this department to hold him for a hot second, y'all want to come pick him up? That might happen. Yeah. I just want to let this known. To my knowledge, I don't have any playlists, actually. I got rid of all my playlists. They were causing me too much mental anguish. You know what? I might do that. I might give it to the old Andre Sloan. Okay. God, we've just been bullshitting for like 30 minutes. All right. Yeah. If Bad Apple Media, if you would, give Josh a call and tell him to come back to, actually take responsibility for his warrant. That would be pretty swell of you. I love it how Peg Leg Finance, I hope he flees Nevada because that keeps him out of Utah too. I love it how everyone doesn't even say, what is it? Nobody even necessarily wants him to come to their state to get a warrant, but as long as he gets a warrant or is wanted somewhere near them, we're like, yeah, good enough for me. Shackelford is waiting for Josh. Rumor has it she's still in her courtroom waiting. Let's see here. I don't have Leo experience to know your prison analogy, but in Chille, Hendry, Rogue Nation, no one wanted them in jail. They themselves pushed the state. Hendry, I don't know. I don't really follow. So I put up a poll the other day of who do you think is going to face more time. Let me pull it up so I can read you who it was. Drawing a blank off the top of my head. I can remember some of them, but not in its entirety. Okay. I said, who is going to get the most time in jail when all of their cases are over? Rogue Nation, For Public Safety, Hendry, or Delete Laws. So Rogue Nation has 6 federal charges currently. for public safety, I want to say is like 11, and I want to say 1 or 2 are felonies. Hendry is facing God knows what. And Delete Laws is already in jail, but he has another case pending. That's basically the exact same case they just prosecuted him on. Oh, God, you guys are really just blowing up that chat. Okay. But yeah, so those were the 4. Rogue Nation, he might get a slap on the wrist. He might get put under a prison. Is it 8 federal? Because he told me 6, but knowing George, he might have lied. For public safety, again, he has, I want to say 11 or 12, and 1 or 2 of them are felonies. So he could get put away for a long, long, long time. Or they could make him, they could just give him a nice plea deal where, hey, we'll have you, plead guilty to XYZ. We'll clear some of the other, like, more crazy ones. Just say you're guilty, do some time, do some probation, yada, yada. Hendry, I think Hendry has the worst of all of their criminal history. I know George is a 2-time felon, but, like, Bad Apple Media is probably going to agree with me on this. Not all felonies are the same. I want to say Craig has one for, like, felony domestic abuse or something like that. So that's a lot different than George breaking and entering or not understanding a guard line. So there's that. So Hendry might get bent because he's got the worst of their criminal history. And Delete Laws, he's doing 180, probably looking at another 180 if prison doesn't break him first. This is what I don't understand. I have to assume that Craig is going out of his way not to tell his girlfriend, the mother of his second child, anything that he does. Yeah, felonies like that aren't the same, yeah. Violent felonies are bad. Okay. But I don't think he's telling her what he's actually doing. He probably says, oh, I'm going to go work with Ty. I'm going to go to work with Ty tonight. And then you find out, oh, he was stalking a woman in the parking lot hiding in the bushes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's weird. If Mrs. Kfar came home and said, oh, yeah, I got arrested and charged, and I'm probably going to get convicted of stalking someone multiple times in a parking lot, I would nope out of here real quick. Don't forget Tough Guy Direct D. Is Direct D still running from those trespassing warrants? If so, that would be hilarious. Do you know who Mr. Rabala is? Not a clue. If Chille just embraces Bubba and his inner desires, he might enjoy turning into a donut in jail. Hey, he's going to be holding Roy's pockets here shortly. Him and Roy seem to have a connection. They're going to write a love story from jail. It's going to be great. He's going to be on the New York Times bestseller list. It's going to be just absolutely terrific. Dumbwaiter may have perjury charges pending in the Hardin County case. The Dummy Kruger video was pretty damning. And then if you combine that with the Dummy Kruger video and everything Chris has been saying, if I was Chris's attorney, I would tell him, stay off of YouTube, stay off of Facebook, get off the internet, delete everything. Because Chris just goes in and tells a story, and then 5 seconds later tells a different story, and then goes on the stand and tells a completely different story. It's like, you're not doing yourself any favors. Let's see here. Everything Dummy Kruger turns to gold. Yeah, no joke. What's it called? The damn video he put out today. My video that I'm putting out tomorrow I thought was great. And then I watched Dummy Kruger's video and went, that's weird. Like, that video, so it has a Tesla. It has a bird. It has a weird dude with a Jaguar tattoo on his neck. It looks like he lived in his Tesla and his bird lived in there. So he's got like the wood for the bird to walk on everywhere in the car. Well, yeah, they teach you to remember those as the major ones, but sometimes people see felon and they all think of those when in reality it's like a white collar crime. You know what I'm saying? Like something that's not really violent. Okay, let's see here. What about Furry Potato getting jail time? I heard that, have not looked into it. Like I know that it's factual. I just have not looked into the timeline for that. Yeah, I don't even know where he would have found that. Oh God. Let's see what we're looking at. I look down and look back up and there's like 10 more things. That bird poops inside of that car. 1000%. I'm glad that I'm not the only one who put that together. Like at what point do you see this big ass parrot and you're like, oh yeah, there's 1000% shit on the floor of a Tesla, no doubt. I believe there's a good chance the Castro will get bail, but he is lying. Zimmerman is not married to a police officer. So he lied about a judge. That's going to age quite well. Let's see here. I had pet birds as a kid. They shit everywhere. One reason we got rid of them. Yeah. Both sides are harmful content, in my opinion, but keep on keeping on. Hey, I'm just going to break this down into the simplest of terms. Both sides are harmful content. If you think one side is living by complete pseudo law, hurting people, getting people hurt, and putting people in jail, while the other side is being legally and factually accurate, not harassing anyone, not physically harming anyone, both sides aren't both putting out harmful content. If I'm factually correcting you, I believe the video game term is get good. That's not on me, it's on you. If you put out knowingly false content and I go, no, actually, this is what that means. This is what the case law is. This is what the statute is. That's not harmful content. Zimmerman is actually married to a civil rights attorney, exactly what Chille cosplays as. Do you know how embarrassing it would be for me to go into a courtroom and go, I'm a civil or a constitutional law scholar? Just for every attorney and judge in the room to go, are you dumb? Like, are you stupid or something? Oh, well, a few years ago, some random people on the internet gave me this name, blah, blah, blah. If you say so, bro. But if that would be like if somebody gave me a nickname 3 years ago, oh, yes, you're Jesus Christ. And I just went, oh, of course, yes, I'm Jesus Christ. I'm going to now introduce myself as Jesus Christ. It's asinine. Well, like Bad App Media, I just broke it down to you in the simplest of terms. Like one side has broken system, broken trust, and one side has me. Which side is bad? Oh, God. You'll never catch me claiming that in court or out. It's just got to be like the ballsiest thing ever. Wait. You didn't know? We might have to blow Bad Apple Media's mind for a second. You didn't know that Chille was actually a Power Ranger? That's hilarious. Well, bud, I'll raise you one. Let me look up. Oh, God. Jose De Castro Jock Sock. Just images. I don't want the video. Where's the good video? No. God, somebody send me the picture of God. We might have to video out. Okay, yes. FN lawyer came in clutch. Well, Bad Apple Media, I'm going to blow your mind with this. Chille's first grift. Canes beating Red Wings 4-0, scored 4 in a second. Yeah, well, I already chalked it up as the Red Wings were going to lose because, let's see here. Oh, yes, the Red Wings were going to lose because the Tigers won today. For whatever reason, they thought that that was the go-to move, was to win. But yeah, so this is Chille's first grift.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea for my boyfriend. Look, I even got a stuffed one to take home to him.
So he hasn't tried it yet?
Not yet, no.
Has he seen the product?
Yeah, he's seen it. He's a little shy, but, you know, I figure in private I can get him to try it out, you know?
What about you? You tan too?
Yeah, sometimes.
So Bad Apple Media, his first grift was a sock you put on your junk for when you tanned.
Your face?
Yeah.
What do you use?
A shirt or a towel or something like that.
You use a shirt or a towel? That's terrible.
It is?
A shirt or towel only blocks 6% of UV rays. My face force field right here, that'll block 99% of UV rays. Let me give this to you. You go tan, try it, come back up.
Now I did not know about the face one. So he's got the face sock and the jock sock.
Tell me how you feel about it.
Okay, that sounds good.
This is a gift from me to you. What's your name?
I get to keep it?
You get to keep it.
Please.
Notice Chille's narcissism. His physical mannerisms, his mugging for the camera, his patterns of speech. He used the same forced sales tactics to sell jock socks and face coverings then, as he uses to sell the idea of police brutality and civil rights violations now. For him it's all about getting on camera to make himself famous and making money.
Went and tan with the face force field.
I did. It was good. It was very, very good because I could breathe through it, and I felt like my face didn't feel like hot like it normally does when I use a towel.
Right. Can you get the air out?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's not cotton.
Exactly.
What'd you think of the colors?
They're pretty. I love the little hearts. Do they come in all different colors?
Yeah, they do. They come in butterfly, hearts, tie-dye, rainbow.
Like the butterfly ones.
Like the, so what we're gonna do, Christy, is we're gonna give you a face force field. We're gonna let you keep it. We're gonna get your mailing address.
Oh God! All right. Well, so we're done with that. We're done with that. To address, in reality, I'm not against you guys in your position. At least y'all openly accept your social positions. The beast system needs humans to obey them. The 1A clowns cause trouble and get cops pissed. No, I just enjoy being factually accurate. I did this thing called took an oath to defend and support the Constitution. So I kind of get upset when losers, who more times than not are missing teeth, spit on it because they don't want to take responsibility for their piss poor life choices. People jump on him all the time, but despite the alleged money he begs for others or him, how much? What are you talking about, Richard? I have to go up. Richard, just tell me what you're talking about. Put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. But there's no pig in this analogy. I mean, like, accountability angel Regan Benson, sure, pig, but they're not on my side. Hi, Kiba, late with the Zac Efron wannabe. That's Chille. That's delete laws back in the day before the knee pressure. Yeah, I was trying to find that video of him dressed up like a wannabe superhero in that like green outfit. How much money have YouTubers made based off his videos? I don't know, probably a lot. But if somebody puts out flat earthers, if flat earthers say the earth is flat, and then you go, well, scientifically and mathematically, because of this, this, and this, you're wrong. You're making money off of correcting their content. Oh God, here's another one from the drama community. Who is taking care of KFAR's kids? Well, I'm a responsible parent. It is 9:39 at night, so they're in bed. Where you should probably be. Because you don't seem to be an adult. Let's see here. Jose has been... Careful, KFAR. Chille teaches MMA and He probably teaches how to give blowjobs at this point. Ask Roy. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Is that what you've been saying this whole time? Peg Leg Finance? I thought you were just calling him a super unnecessary human. I didn't know that that was his actually. Now he coins them as Roy jobs. Good. Angry Vet came on my music page and said I was a bad mom because my kids were fussing in the background of me playing my instrument. Does the Angry Vet, let's call him the Angry Vet because that's unconfirmed in my book. So the guy literally looks unhinged in every single video. He has a worse hairline than Asmongold. So, like, at what point is he just yelling at the sky, trying to project his nonsense onto others? Chille should go on Satan's backyard on street beefs and show his skills. Well, Bad Apple Media, he was actually set to fight a Ironton police officer and pulled out right at the end because of knee pressure. Hey, I love me some Asmongold. It doesn't change if he's got a terrible hairline. Oh, God. Does Angry Vet ever get out of that bed? No, he's actually going to be on A&E soon with that 1,000-pound life. Oh, God. Daniel, we've actually talked about this, Daniel. By definition, your community is the trolls. So, super necessary man. Oh, yes. For some reason, it brought up Jorge Masvidal. Bad Apple Media, are you still there? Haha, there we go. All right. This is another one of Chille. I almost called him your boy. He's Roy's now. Can't say that. So here we go with this. And Daniel responds with nothing. Good. That's about what I thought.
Taylor with ID8 TV. I am here with the super necessary human, and he's going to tell you all about what he does.
So I'm at the FIS Expo today because I've got about 100 sponsors, but I'm collecting more sponsors. What I do when a sponsor gives me product or services or their meal prep or whatever they want to donate, you can write that off in your taxes. And what we then do is make your product and we raffle it off. And more money we make, we take the money from the raffle and we pay people's bills who can't pay their bills because of diabetes. The first raffle is in about a month from San Francisco's diabetic pediatric hospital called Madison's. So we'll be there in the month of March.
If Chille stayed with Super Necessary Human and was genuinely trying to better people's lives by paying their bills because they couldn't because of diabetes, that is wholeheartedly a cause that I would give money to. Like, I don't know who wouldn't. My dog is just slowly walking around over there. It's very strange. Yeah, if he kept with this, sure, I would support him. But the fact that he completely changed, I don't know if he wasn't making enough money doing this, but yeah, he definitely switched from this.
Doing a raffle for our sponsors, and every day when we do raffles, we actually call the sponsor on Instagram Live and on Facebook Live. We have them sell their product to the people buying raffle tickets. So 100% of the money goes to pay people's bills who can't cover their bills because of diabetes.
That is absolutely incredible, and it is so special to me because my sister has diabetes and so many people struggle with it and they don't have a cure. So this means the absolute world to me and so many other people. How can me and all the viewers keep up with you?
So first let me say that my father died of diabetes and my grandfather died of diabetes and my great-grandfather died of diabetes. You can reach me at Super Necessary Human on Instagram, or you can email me same way. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll get right back to you. And if you
Okay, if somebody could do me a favor, go look and see if Super Necessary Human is still on Instagram. Yeah, Peg Leg Finance. That's a great point. I've walked back a lot of the things I said about cop watchers because of Ironton Auditor. The way Ironton Auditor does it, I have no problem. I have absolutely no problem. If that's what you choose to do, you stand at a decent distance, you bullshit with the officers. Again, Ironton Auditor gets the skinny after the incident's over because he's chill with all the officers. Walks up, oh, hey, but gets way more than Chille would, walking up and trying to say, you feel like Jesus. Oh, did you capture Osama bin Laden? Like, what? Daniel, that is actually factually untrue. But sure. Keep supporting Craig Hendry, who's a violent woman beater. What kind of logic is that, my guy? Yeah, this was before he lived in a van with his dog down by the river with Dirty Mike and the boys. But yeah, Ironton Auditor is great. I keep telling people, if you want to watch any type of cop watching content and you want to see it done correctly, go over to Ironton Auditor. Terry's a great guy. But it's the fact that Terry's not going to get the views that Chille does because Chille is more confrontational, regularly gets arrested. If it's not, Craig is starting to look very cult-like lately. Yeah, he's going to turn that trailer park into Jonestown real quick. But yeah, Chille gets the views from people who hate him and from people that support him because he's going to get arrested. If Chille gets arrested, I'm going to watch that video on his page. Craig is somebody that, again, I tried to stay away from because he's an anarchist who doesn't understand anarchy. A lot of these people are anarchists that don't understand that if anarchy was to happen, they would be the first people no longer with us in anarchy. Daniel, does it hurt you to be factually incorrect? Chille is a warrior. A warrior of what? How to make false claims against people? How to become for lack of a better term, a vexatious litigant in court? If that makes you a warrior, then I know you have a problem with definitions from our previous talk about trolls. It seems like you may need to brush up on your definitions, my guy. Oh, no, breaking down Hendry. I know he's got quite a domestic abuse, dealing drugs, I think was his biggest thing back in the day. And now for this, he just keeps having bond violation after bond violation after bond violation because the judge tells him, don't do X, Y, Z. And Craig takes it as, you're not my daddy, I'll do what I want. And it's like, well, doing what you want literally got you this gigantic criminal rap sheet. But sure. And then he described stalking a woman because reasons. Everyone is factually incorrect except for K-Fart. You sound like broken system, broken trust. I think I've called out 2 people for being incorrect out of 170 people. So, again, you're incorrect, my guy. Chille's misinformation harms his audience more than anything. He got a DUI. Oh, God. That case killed me. Bad Apple Media was talking about victimless crimes and how, everybody's bad in these communities. This is what Chille is like a gigantic example of how his content directly harms people. How many people do you think? Oh, God. Please, Daniel, please talk about my military record next. Please. Please, please, please bring up my military history. I would love it. Apparently, a lot of people have been calling into jail asking if the call Chille made that was uploaded to YouTube is a jail violation in order to get him to stay longer. That would be terrific. Mecca Churchill just wants to follow around Georgia Transparency or Josh Abrams playing the Family Guy tuba music on a loop. That's solid. Well, Nightman's wife, here's the problem. You're right. I 1000% agree with you that a morally sound man needs no instructions on how to behave. A law-abiding man should come naturally. Yes, it should. But unfortunately, the people that I cover aren't morally sound men or women. In fact, some of them are barely human. Let's see. Richard, if you want to get into this, I'll get into this. If you want to get into it. So from the things I know about ships, and especially large ships. Oh, this thing? The old punching bag? Yeah, if we're going to get into this. So apparently, Mrs. Kfar showed me it lost power 2 or 3 times. And again, from what I know about, somebody was trying to get, I think it was the Lake Life person was like, oh, Kfar's military is fake because he just showed us a crumpled up DD-214. It's like, I pulled it out of my fucking wallet. What do you want? So it lost power, which means it lost any ability to steer 2 or 3 times, which when you're driving or steering a gigantic cargo ship, is kind of a struggle. I have 7 fish back there. It went out 2 or 3 times. It would probably be when we were going through the Suez Canal, we had wallet DD-214, not good enough. You need to level up to a DD-314. Do my fish have names? Yep, all Steve. They're all Steve. Shit. So many questions that I have to answer. Okay. Lost steering or power 2 or 3 times. It looks like they were steering to turn, so they were probably going directly at the pillar before they turned. When you lose it, the ship kind of does what it wants. Like I said, when I was going through the Suez, we would have, they pay people to come on, drive the ship for specific spots while you're transversing the Suez Canal. So more than likely, there was somebody who was familiar with that area driving the ship. So more than likely, nobody that was just there on the ship was driving. But yeah, and apparently it's been, looking at the history of the ship, there's been some messed up shit with the ship being cared for. Also, I saw, why didn't they drop anchor? There was no time. Dropping anchor, those are called pilots. Yes, 1000% Daniel, but I'm trying to use terms that everyone knows. Because technically they're called pilots, but I was technically a helmsman. So you see my problem. I'm trying to put it into terms that people who didn't drive an aircraft carrier, didn't drive a cargo ship would know. When dropping anchor, the ship turns, yes, but dropping anchor is a whole evolution that you have to do. Like, could I have theoretically ran up, found some tools, knocked all the locks and shit off of a anchor chain to drop anchor? Theoretically, if I had like an hour, I could probably do that, but in the 10 seconds that they were doing it, there was no time. Hey, Sea of Thieves, you can. Is that a real fireplace? Absolutely not. I try to change the color of the TV to the color of the lights. The anchor would fall, but it wouldn't. Yeah, it's just, it was a shit situation. And I'm surprised not more damage. I mean, obviously the bridge fell down, but like, I believe there's 6 people. 6 people are still unaccounted for. It could have been worse. It could by the time of the day, where it hit, it could have been a lot worse. Anchor drag is a problem depending on the size of your anchor. Do you have a puffy shirt? No, it's just a black t-shirt with a pocket. Anchor drag, yes. Reverse engines, yes, but it would be, are you talking about for anchor drag or, yeah, it's really hard to reverse engine when the power's off. And even then, if they decided to power off, try to put it in reverse, it wouldn't have done anything, especially being a ship that size. I can tell you from experience going a head full to slamming it in a reverse in an aircraft carrier. It was a cargo ship. I haven't like really put eyes on it to give you if it's as big as a aircraft carrier or not. Yeah, you ain't stopping that anytime, soon. Does your hat also have Alaska and Hawaii on it somewhere? No. And shockingly, that's not the first time somebody's given me that question. The channel Catchroll Navigator explains what happened perfectly. Yeah, I look like I used to bully kids in middle school. I was a genuinely nice person. Yeah, ships. I wish there was the Boromir meme here. Ships just don't stop. One does not simply stop a cargo ship. Anchor drag was my stripper name. That's solid. Cool Clearwater is not able to chat right now. Tell him I said, what's up? The same length. I assume the cargo ship is much heavier. Yes and no. I've seen cargo. This is the problem with cargo ships. It's just a genuine term that's thrown out there. I've seen cargo ships that are like dramatically smaller than an aircraft carrier, but I've also seen some that are just dwarf or make a aircraft carrier look like a very, very, very tiny lake Coast Guard ship. I want to get a hat that has this on the front and then has Alaska and Hawaii on the back, just so I can mess with people. KFAR, how about a high school picture? I have a high school picture. I'm not going to show it. I look exactly the same without a beard. Daniel really likes semen. Hey. Rumor has it, so does Chille. Roy put out a Facebook post today. This is why I only drive Ferrari cargo ships. Need that sports car agility. No joke. I saw on there, was it going to be human error or equipment malfunction? Honestly, from the records that I saw regarding the past things it's been dinged for, it's probably going to be equipment error and not having best maintenance. I have America. This is a hat that I randomly just picked up. I have my KTZ hat that I was wearing, and I have some sort of outdoor tactical hat. Let's see here. Scrolling. This stream has just completely gone off the rails. When Chille gets out, he will be insufferable. I 1000% believe that once Chille gets out, he's going to compare himself to Nelson Mandela or Malcolm X or something of that nature. Oh, Lord. Do I have pets other than fish? Buckle up. I have like 6 dogs. I have a cat. I have 7 fish. Mrs. KFAR has 4 fish upstairs. 4-hour stream is not going to happen. Yeah, so this is why I don't understand why. I mean, I get why some frauditors gravitate towards Chille. Ed, good night, Seth. They gravitate towards Chille because Chille can bring them money. That's the only reason I feel like any of these people deal with Chille. Chille, however much everyone hates him, he's very charismatic. He seems like he knows what he's talking about, even though when you, again, like with Rogue Nation, he claims to know a lot of things, but then when you fact check it, you're just like, ugh, this guy doesn't know shit. Why didn't you name your fish? If you don't name them, they can't go to heaven when they die. Oh, they're all named Steve. They all have a name. I just can't. 4 of them are exactly the same. And then 2 of them are exactly the same. And then the Plecostomus is just by himself in the tank. But all of the fish look exactly like the other fish. Yep, imagine that. I'm a normal person, even that you can make fun of. Y'all a little petty. What are you talking about now? Oh, yeah, 2 minutes in, which is most... If you get Chille on your panel for 2 minutes, that's what you get. You get, oh, I'm doing this for this, I'm doing this for this, and you're just like, Chille, take my money. But then you realize, like, oh, he's using this money for this, for this, for this. Oh, he also supports these people. He also supports doing this. And it's like, not the best person. Yeah, no joke. So I 2 of them are Grommies, which are blue and have stripes and look exactly the same. And they're the exact same size. I have 4 albino rainbow sharks that all look exactly the same and they're all exactly the same size. I was never going to be able to give them special names. Your subs say petty digs, childish behavior, laughable a little, but just petty. I mean, sure, we've all said some petty things, including yourself. So it's like, whoa, internet god, I can't say that on stream, okay? Oh, and yeah, coming through, they were at minimal speed, and minimal speed makes it even harder to get out of the way of things. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, you know what? Let me check my phone real quick, and then we might call this a day. Oh, cool. Tyrants Beware is literally pretending he's me. He's literally posting a video outside cooking on a grill. Like, okay. Yo, KTZ's here, everybody. But yeah, that person's doing that. That's exciting. But I wanted to... let's see how bad it gotten. Okay, 4-0. Yeah, the Red Wings aren't going to make the playoffs as long as the Tigers are winning. No, I want to go on Facebook and look to see if Josh said anything back. It's just getting... his Facebook and life is just getting very pathetic. Okay, TZ, because I get annoyed. Not annoyed. I hit my limit of dumbness to watch. Considering the fact that I was an E4 with 2-digit IQs, that's incorrect. To be a helmsman, there was probably, let's say, 2 or 3 helmsmen per shift. There was, 5 shifts? Like let's call it 15 people out of a ship of 5,000. And on top of that, very few were actually lee helm, helmsman, and aft steering qualled. So like it's a niche market. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna let you guys. I don't want to say I'm gonna spoil it, but I might spoil it before I get off here. Okay, let's see here. Don't burn out on this crap. It ain't worth it. So if you guys noticed, my content hasn't changed, but I'm trying to go more. Some people leaned into frauditing. I think frauditors are the scum of the earth. So I'm trying to lean back into more sovereign citizen type stuff. There's only so many times you can listen to Chris talk about fighting someone or Rogue Nation talk about fighting someone, and it's just like, please stop. Like, I don't want to see someone actually hurt you, but like, please stop. So basically, I was Wesley Crusher. Technically. Oh, God. You guys are killing me. Okay, I'll show you this first, and then we will go take a gander at that. Oh, dear Lord. Because if there's a video or if there's a call or anything with Chille going to solitary, I am playing that right now. What about El Dope Dog? El Dope Dog is another one of those that need... He needs help. He needs mental help. Daniel, I am in better shape than anyone in your community, so... Let's see here. Oh, I haven't put it out yet for what's it called. So let's go to YouTube Studio so I can show you guys what to look out for. El Dope Dog is one of those people where I think he only does this because he has nothing else. Yeah, so this is the video we're looking at. A lot of people need mental help. Yeah, a lot of those people, a lot of the people in both of those communities need help. Like you see it a lot in court. Like the first guy or the old Squishy Gardner video I showed. That guy needs some genuine help before he comes back to court. So this is the video that's going to be out tomorrow. It's 47 minutes and 31 seconds long. It's going to be a chore, but it's like an influencer, a health and fitness guru who used to be a Marine. I say used to because now he's teabagging the Constitution, so I don't consider him a Marine. I do call him a crayon eater in there a few times, so that's pretty solid. 47 minutes. He's this guy. He changed up to be a sovereign citizen. That's the video we're watching tomorrow, 47 minutes long. That was one video. I used to go from making 3, 4, 5 videos at night. I made one video yesterday and said, I can't deal with stupid anymore. This is it. And then let me go over here and see if Delete Laws has another video up. Let's see here. Daniel, I don't understand what's so hard about being factually correct that you find it so difficult. Like, it's really easy to just say things and be factually correct, but you just keep strike every single time. When the captain and XO are sleeping, who has the con? The conning officer has the con. The captain and XO don't really do the whole conning officer thing. Normally, this is what happens. Oh, of course we're going to watch this. It's 6 minutes long. Of course we're going to watch this. Yeah, so my thing that I had was... what was it? The XO would come on and have one of these CSs immediately make him some sort of snack. My first XO was a Top Gun graduate, and his go-to snack was potato chips with queso and blue cheese on them. And he would always try to share them. And I'm just like, sir, I'm driving the ship, and I really don't want that shit. But my COs have always been absolute gems. But normally it's like a lieutenant JG, an ensign. That's who's always going to end up being the conning officer, some junior officer. All right, this is going to be the last video we're going to watch. It is, just so he can't get mad, let's do it this way. All right. Again, this is 6 minutes. Emergency update from Chille, 3/28/24.
Third party call, and that's why they threw me in the hole. I'm in the hole now.
Can you guys hear it?
Locked down in a room 5 feet by 10 feet with another guy who's strung out on drugs big time. They just had some guy in here. Horrible. I want to be very careful what I say. I don't want to get rid of. I don't want to give away any sort of security or anything like that. So I'm just going to say that I'm in the hole, and I'll be in the hole for 3 to 5 days until I get what's called a CAD hearing or a CAT hearing. I'm not sure what it is. I have court Monday. I need people to show up for court on Monday. That's what I really need. I mean, I got to get out of this place. This is an absolute crazy house. You have no idea. I can't say anything about my surroundings. I can't say anything that would give away any sort of security thing here. You know, I don't want them to say that I've created any kind of security thing, but I can just tell you what's happened today has been unbelievable. I've been in a lockdown cell for 24 hours, and the guy next to me was screaming the entire night, pounding on the door, screaming the whole night long. I'm in this tiny room walking back and forth like a caged animal. I've done more push-ups, sit-ups, dips. I can't do any more stretching, and I'm just completely, utterly just torn, bent, twisted. It's insane that they would lock up a journalist and put me in this kind of dungeon. It's horrible. You have no idea. So as soon as I was on the phone, they said that I don't know what anybody heard because I was broadcasting and I was reporting, but I was not calling a third party. And they said Rule 249 of the Clark County Detention Center. But I never got a rule book. I was never handed a rule book. I was never instructed to read a rule book. I walked up to every guard when they came in. I introduced myself, told them I was nonviolent. I would not be any problem for them. I've sat on my bunk the entire time. I have not done anything else. I have not communicated with any other inmates. All I've done is read and talk on the phone. Again, I was never given a handbook. Never, ever was I given a handbook. It was never handed to me. It was never suggested I read a handbook. I was never instructed to figure out how to read the rules of this facility. I was never told that live streaming was against the rules. I was never told that reporting was against the rules, or I wouldn't have done it. I simply wouldn't have done it. I've been in an absolute and total hell.
Okay, so let's pause there for a second. If I wasn't allowed to record, I would have never done it. Aren't you recording this after the fact? Come on now.
An absolute, total hell. You have no idea. If you want to talk about time, this is hard time. This is hard in a room with one other person and the other guy's completely whacked on drugs. Completely whacked. Slept, woke up, slept. It's just so sad to see. It's so sad to see. It just makes me want to cry when I see the level of addiction that is here. Jails and prisons should be broken up into 3 sections: nonviolent, violent, and drug addicted. When they came and they arrested me, the moment my phone cut off yesterday, they arrested me immediately. They came in with 5 guards and they put me in torture cuffs. I had a panic attack because they were taking me down to solitaire, to the tiny little room. On the way down, I had a panic attack. It was so horrifically bad. I felt like my chest was going to pop out. I thought I was going to literally die right there. I thought I was having a heart attack. So they brought all these people around me and they gave me an EKG, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And the guards just do what they're told, period. If they're told to do this, that's what they do. They don't have empathy. They don't have sympathy. They are told to do something, and that's all they care about. That's all they will do. They will not do anything else. So it's just, and then here in this tiny little, this is punishment, so you don't get a book. They won't give you a book. And then NRS code in Nevada says you only get 1 hour of free time. That the guards only have to give you 1 hour of free time. Well, every single legislator in Nevada, I would love to see you sit in that room even for 3 hours by yourself, or even with somebody else, where there's people screaming in the rooms next door, singing. It's like something out of a movie. You've never seen anything like it. NRS.
Timeout. Okay, guys, at what point does this beard that extends to my cheek and is brushed down, at what point does that look like a neck beard? What, like, do I live in bizarro world, Daniel? Like, I'm so confused. Also, I forgot who it was who asked who my XO was. It started out with Hitchcock when I got there, and then it went to, we went to the shipyards. It was like some Kohler guy, I want to say. And then I don't remember the last guy's name. His nickname was like Speedy or something. I think it's funny that the drama folks talk about my beard. I heard the other day that I look like a child with a fake beard on. I'm sorry, I can grow a beard. I'm just so confused. At what point does in my head a neck beard starts like, you know, around here and only goes down? Like this is like a full ass beard.
Dress code says you get 1 hour of free time a day. You know, you get to come out of that tiny little room for 1 hour. If the guards decide to give you your free time, it's completely backwards. Last night I saw people get free time at 2 o'clock in the morning. Who are you going to call at 2 o'clock in the morning? You can't call your mother. She's dead asleep. You can't call your attorney. He's not in his office. It's NRS code. I don't know what the code is, but yesterday when the sergeant came in, he said, listen, guys, NRS says I only just give you guys 1 hour of free time a day. Other than that, you'll be locked down. Well, in my particular case, they took me to this room and locked me down. I'm locked down in a room. There's a tiny slit of a window 4 inches wide by 3 feet long, and that's it, total. Other than that, it's gray walls with a 1 seat and a desk, but you don't get any paper, you don't get any pencils, and you don't get a book. You just sit in this tiny little room. I've called my attorney. We're gonna try to get me out of this horrible situation because I didn't break the rules and I was never given a set of rules to follow. I was never instructed. You can read the rules here. There's no rules written on the wall. The only thing written all over the walls is suicide prevention. That's it. Are you feeling suicidal? Here, call this. Are you feeling like you've been sexually assaulted? Call this. But there's no rules anywhere. There's no rules that you're supposed to follow. There's no CCDC handbook. It doesn't exist. There is none. And I can't say anything about what I saw today. I can't. If I say anything about what I saw, then they'll say that I created a security risk, and I just can't tell you. But I can write it down, and I will write it down. When I get out of here, I will publish a book of everything that I've seen, everything that I've been through. This has been an absolute horrendous experience. It's literally like you're in hell on earth, and that make you do what you're supposed to do. Anyway, listen, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta jump off this phone. I love you guys. Pray for me. I love you. Bye.
Oh God, So, are there people in prison way worse than Chille? 1000%. Do I think any of this nonsense that Chille's going through, or let me walk this back for a second. Let me try to articulate this the way I want it to sound. Is Chille the worst person? No. Do I think everything happening to Chille currently is caused by Jose de Castro? Yes. We've all seen him talk in court, on the side of the road, in traffic stops that don't have anything to do with him, in situations that don't have anything to do with him. We've seen how he acts. A guard could be telling somebody, hey, don't grape your cellmate. And then Chille probably came out of nowhere. Oh, that's his right, blah, blah, blah. That would get him in trouble. Somebody saying, okay, time to get off the phone. And then Chille yells from his cell, but what about the First Amendment? That could have happened. If Chille was factually correct, he wouldn't currently be in prison, but to each their own. I guess if he's your hero, then you'll just defend him to the end. But yeah, it's just because I know how Chille acts in damn near every situation, I have to assume he's bringing all of this on himself. Putting somebody in solitary is more work for you. Like people always say at the jail, like, oh, why didn't you just chair him? Because that's more work for me. It would go from checking on them every 30 minutes to checking on them every 5 to 10 minutes, then going in, checking all the straps, making sure they weren't hungry, making sure they got water, making sure they had to go to the bathroom. It's more work. When if I just left you in your cell, you're a grown up. You know when you need to go to the bathroom. You know when you need to eat. You know when you need to drink water. Easy day. So putting any more restrictions on you than there needs to be just makes more work for the guard. They're not trying to do that. They're just trying to go home to their kids after work, not get shanked by some, shiv covered in human shit, Vietnam style. Like nobody's trying to deal with that. Oh, I wish I could. You brought up 180 days in torture cuffs. I wish I could get the video and audio from any cell looking at, or any camera looking at Chille's cell, because it would be hilarious. So, Daniel, you knew what my rate was in the Navy, so you know that's not true. If you pulled your head out of your ass for more than 5 seconds, you would know that I actually gave up my career to care for a man dying of cancer. So, thanks for making yourself look bad, sport. We need to go fund me for Roy. Yeah, Roy's going to have to go on medication after he gets out of a cell with Chille. Are you sure they can really all do that by themselves? No. You know what? I take that back. You would not believe how many grown people are going to get angry at this. Grown women that pee in their cell while looking directly at the toilet just because they know it would inconvenience you. Chille. Oh, God, I can't read that. I wish I could. I wouldn't even know where to send that FOIA request. No, there's not a Raycon in my ear. Oh my God. If Raycon sponsored me, I would be talking about it every 13 seconds. No, I go through Skull Candy headphones like nobody's business. I'll probably blow out 3 sets a year between running and making content. They just eventually go from really loud to not making any sound. All right. To that, I say they get to clean it themselves or live in it. I chose to, they can live in it until I decided to spray the cell out with a hose to make it go down the drain, therefore cleaning everything. 3 sets a year, that's like $60 a year. Yes, and I only buy them when they're on sale, and I buy them in bulk. So yes, it's like $60 a year or maybe $90 a year. And because I'm annoying, I get the same color. And then I reuse my glow-in-the-dark case so that I can find it in my dark office. Haikiba, yes. That's why you want independent... where was it? I want independent verification on Chille's complaints and video. Yes. That's what I want with any of these people. Same thing with Chris's goddamn video. I wanted the unedited video of him saying what he was claiming, and instead I got an hour video with snippets of a video I haven't seen before intertwined with everybody else's content. Utah thanks you for supporting a local company, Skull Candy, based in Park City. Contrary to what Daniel has to say, so I've used the Nike Run app on my phone since the shit came out, and I went from, Skull Candy wired headphones, but the moment they put out wireless earbuds, I'm like, I'm running in those. I'm done with cords. All right. Let's see here. Any last questions? Just imagine if Georgia Transparency was Chille's guard. If that was the case, Chille would already have 63 prisoner complaints. Shots at you, Russell. I heard something that BSBT is going to give up on being a frauditor. I haven't heard that. I've heard that he's giving up on being a father, but not a frauditor. Yeah, I've always used this exact version, but I've gone through a couple different colors, and these are the only ones that I can feel like I'm streaming in without you guys staring directly at them. I used to have like red ones and then really weird blue ones with colored little things on there. I bought them originally so that if they fell out of my ear while running, I could find them. But now I'm like, or I could just have them not fall out of my ear. Don't know why I didn't think of that before, but yeah. Let's see. Cool, Daniel. You know the little rib that was off the side of the boat? I was like one of 5 people on my ship qualified to drive it. Cool. Daniel was a seamstress in the Navy, basically. What's it called? It's like air crew something or another. It was like a, God, I forgot what PR stands for, but yeah, basically. All right, I'm gonna get off here. How's the baby doing? Which one? Pickle is currently sleeping. The baby child Worm is sleeping over here. It's like a whole thing. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Again, I guess I'll do this now. Do you guys want me to put out that video tomorrow at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., knowing that it's 48 minutes long? Because I have to drive to Ohio tomorrow, so I don't want to put it out super late where I'm going to not be able to play the whole thing, but... Oh, no. Answer my question. 5 or 6, guys. 5 or 6. I see 1 for 5 and 1 for, what is it? Whatever works for me. Okay, so it's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern time. Spider Fox says 7. Heineken 66 says 9. 8. All right, I'm going to do it at 5. By 7, I'm going to be halfway to Ohio. Spider Frog says 69. All right, good. 4:20. Spider Frog, you need to go to bed. What was the question? What time should I put out my long video tomorrow? I think we've 8675309. That's but yeah. All right. Everybody have a good day. Don't be a frauditor. Don't be a sovereign citizen. Don't go and harass these people on my behalf, because if I've shown you guys anything, it's that I can handle them by myself. Have a good day. Again, yeah, don't do anything crazy. Bye.